What is going on, YouTube? It has been way too long since I've been on here talking to the camera, talking to my loyal viewers out there directly into the camera oh so seductively. It's actually been forever since I put up a video that I just edited together of comments of my videos. I'm recovering from tonsillectomy that happened about 2 weeks ago, so my voice isn't quite what it has been in the past. Apparently I have gigantic tonsils, or at least that's what my ENT doctor told me. Apparently there's a scale of 0 to 6, and I'm in 8.5. So of all the parts of my body that could be gigantic, my tonsils. Isn't that great? My tonsils. Seriously. So I figured I'd address a couple things before I start a whole brand new series, which I'm sure everybody's going to love. First off, if you're going to send me messages about my Jehovah's Witness videos, my tough questions for Jehovah's Witnesses, if you're going to tell me you're going to answer my questions, can you at least know the teachings? That'd be fantastic. I can't describe to you how phenomenal that would be if you could at least know the teachings that you're trying to answer questions about. If I know the teachings better than you do, you should probably come to me for a study, and I'll go to my old congregation and put in a time slot about witnessing to you. Is there some sort of generational cutoff with Jehovah's Witnesses? The reason I say this is it seems that right around like 1980 to around 1982, in that little small window there, 1980 to 1982, was when they just stopped teaching about deep doctrine. It seems anyone born after that period knows nothing about deep doctrine. And I'm talking about stuff like 1914 and 607 BC, which are kind of the same thing. Or, the trumpet blasts of the kingdom. That those were actually 7 conventions that happened in Cedar Point, Ohio. Advertise. Stuff like that. It just seems that after that period, it's done. I don't know if this is true. Anyone born after 1982, let me know if you know deep doctrine. That'd be fantastic. I also wanted to mention a few YouTubers so that I could give shout outs to, and people who want to go check out some videos. My absolute favorite that I am just overjoyed every single time I see a video posted by this YouTuber is Jax252000. She's a YouTuber doing a blog about recovering from cervical cancer, and it is just the most touching blog I've ever had witness to. It's fantastic. I'm just overjoyed. She just lets her personality shine through the webcam, and I guess I'll say you look phenomenal without hair, by the way. But you look phenomenal with hair. So take your pick. Either one is fantastic. Luscious V Bogman Productions. I gotta give a shout out to Dustin here. Mainly because I'm a lieutenant in his apostate army. I'm lieutenant of the 7th Cavalry, which is funny because that was my dad's division in Vietnam. He was actually the 2nd of the 7th Cav, which was Custer's division. With the Gary Owens story as their motto. It's kind of cool. My dad's very proud. Thanks, Dustin. You rock. Also, he has this scheme about how to bring down the Borg. He says on November 5th, 2017, that's the day it all comes to a head, which really intrigued me because I couldn't think of anything that would possibly take down the organization, and it actually got me to think that basically the plot is going along with the scripture, the one about touching the eyeball. As soon as you turn against my people, it'll be like touching Jehovah's eyeball, and the end will come. So I think getting the word out saying, hey, on this specific date, November 5th, 2017, we're coming to get you. And if nothing happens, basically saying, hey, look, the scripture said that it was, once it was turned against God's organization, it was touching his eyeball. It happened like that, right? I'm assuming. He made a video about Kyria envy because I made a comment on one of his videos where he suggested, someone asked, what book should I read? And he brought up the Iron Perfect You're Doomed book, which I hated, to be honest with you. I really just didn't like it for a lot of reasons, but the video he brought up, it's actually funny because it's favorited by the author herself, which struck me as really funny. Like someone defending her book against someone who didn't like it is my favorite ever. I should do like fan vids of mine as favorites. Like Tim Kilgore's awesome wrestler and YouTube person. Oh, that's my favorite. I love that. He's so cool. Anything mentioning my name, I should just favorite because it, Anyway, thought that was kind of humorous. I really was avoiding responding to your video, Dustin, because it would force me to actually look at the book and tell you why I didn't like the book when I was reading it. I didn't even finish the book. I had about 10 pages left and I just couldn't do it. I just dropped the book. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm done. It was like Transformers. When I went into the movie at Transformers, I'm like, I'm done. Just get me out of here at this point. I've never seen the end to the first Transformers movie because I hated it so much. I walked out at the roller skating where they were rollerblading fight scene. I was like, I'm done. I'm out of here. Same thing with the book. I'm like, I'm done. I can't take this anymore. But yeah, that response video is coming, Dustin, so you get to see why I didn't like the book, and I'm going to point out specific examples. I'm going to have to actually read the book again, which is not looking forward to. Cherubi is finally on the apostate list. You go, girl. It's got to be the bikini video. It's probably the bikini video, I'm going to say. You know that apostate checker or witness checker is totally getting rocks off by watching the bikini vid. You realize. Like, he was like, this is the greatest apostate channel ever. Another mental file for my furious masturbation. Anti-Jehovah's Witness. I'd love to recommend him, but he's banned. Which is crazy. I don't know why. His videos are kind of funny. I don't know what happened. CS the Apostate. It's Candle Surgeon the Apostate. Check out his channel. It's really interesting. He makes a lot of points. The only thing I would say is get ready to sit for a while. He's like Dustin in that they have some really good points and they're interspersed throughout the video, and you're watching like, all right, aha, there it is right there. And I just think CS the Apostate should kind of write down what he's talking about first. Ex-Gilead missionary. He seems to be hitting on a lot of points that I've actually hit on, and what was really cool is his most recent video actually answered one of my questions, where I talked about the unbroken chain of the faithful and discreet slave, who exactly was the faithful and discreet slave throughout history. And he said in a talk, Carrie Barber, who was, oh, that's my Rhode Island accent coming up, Carrie Barber, from the governing body gave a talk in which he said they have no evidence of an unbroken chain. They just kind of said that. So that's good. Smoking in the Graveyard has really interesting videos and very funny stuff. Plus, he is a wrestling fan, which is always a plus. He snuck in He Who Must Not Be Named into one of his videos, which is fun, so look for that. Wrestling fans understand what I'm talking about there. Bogan Lewis, the Catholic Ex-Jehovah's Witness, which I never thought I'd see that ever. In history, I never thought I'd see an ex-Jehovah's Witness convert to Catholicism. It's like an oxymoron. It's like jumbo shrimp. It's just crazy. UTUKKUXUL, which he's like a clone. He makes the same points I would make, except he's just way more sarcastic ass about it, which is really funny to me, because he's saying the stuff that if I was kind of giving my initial reactions to videos and comments on videos, that's exactly the type of stuff that I'd be commenting, which it just strikes me as really funny. And upcoming, I just want to let you know, upcoming is a series that I haven't really come up with a name for it yet, because it's more opinion based than anything. It's still going to have some Jehovah's Witness material in it, but not quite as specific, where I say, okay, here's the scope, bring it in, here's the question, please answer on this, specifically, this one issue, don't go here, don't go here. It's more opinion based, and you'll see what I mean. It's going to be interesting. I'm not really sure what I'm going to call it yet. I was going to call it something like, hey, what I don't understand is, because I'm a huge Seinfeld fan, yeah, what I don't understand is why they call it Ovaltine when it comes in a round glass, comes in a round container, should be round teen, baby. He never says baby. Anyway, I was also thinking of calling it How Does the World Work? Because I don't know if anyone's seen the channel How the World Works, but I hate arrogant assholes that say, this is how it is. I'm more a person to say, okay, how is it? How does it work? You tell me what your opinion is, because I like to get as much data as I possibly can, instead of just saying, this is what's right. And now I'm going to get a comment from How the World Works. So, look forward to my new series. I guess all I can say is, no more Mr. Nice Guy.